I really believe in minimum wage because of the fact that I've seen the effect of not having minimum wage on a population. For example, I've actually met cleaners who work 6 days a week and they only earn like $700. And that's, for me, that's crazy. Because like, how can it be that you work for 6 days a week and you earn only $700? But while I was speaking to one of the cleaners, she actually told me that because there's a lot of competition in terms of like, there's cheaper labor coming into into the Singapore market. So their wages get depressed. And I think one of the social workers from my group was also bringing up this point, how she as a social worker actually sees Singaporeans earning 500, 600 and trying to raise like 5 children, for example. So I personally feel that even if we are not ready to implement a minimum wage law, right, we should actually have minimum wage law for lower income workers first. If we see it as so unpalatable to have a minimum wage law nationwide, have minimum wage law to protect lower income workers, because that actually determines the future of Singapore, personally, in my opinion. I hope at least the Singaporeans who heard from my perspective actually saw a different or maybe not so rosy side of the picture, you know. And even if they disagree with me, which I'm sure some of them did, I hope that at least the idea of what I was saying was introduced into their heads. For example, like minimum wage, a lot of Singaporeans don't think about it because, you know, they're earning quite okay. Like, they're not like on the lower end of the scale, you know. And somebody from a low income family wouldn't be invited to a session like this, right? Because number one, you know, you're probably working on a Saturday morning, right? Number two, have more important things to think about, like how to pay for your child's school fees, for example. So these kind of people are not here. So a lot of people might say that you're talking about minimum wage, it only affects a small part of the population, but how we treat this small part of the population, right, will actually affect how Singapore goes on moving forward. So I hope at least the people who attended saw it from my perspective.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of really sincere, compassionate people, very intelligent, who are really putting their money where their mouth is. And I see the marketplace as the forefront of social innovation in Singapore. There are people who are not going into the charity sector, but they're starting businesses to help solve the problem from the ground up. And I think in the next 10 years, you're going to see emerging brands, emerging companies who are looking at business as a way to solve social problems and not just always looking to the government all the time. Yeah.
You know, backtracking a bit, why is this so important to you?
I mean, the business as a...
I mean, entrepreneurship, you know, and into the social sector.
That's important. I guess because I personally see that business is a powerful social force. I think when more businesses or more entrepreneurs see that it's not about profit maximization, but it's about how do you use your profit for the benefit of society. Profit is great. You know, we all want profit. Profit allows you to hire the greatest talent at fair market rates and all that. But that profit, when it's invested into transforming a neighborhood or to provide a service that people really need, I think that's challenging and exciting to me. So yeah, I would like to see more people take up the realms of social enterprise or see how they can make conventional businesses unconventional.